void, cold, nothingness, but suddenly warm and noise, all accompanied by a voice. The voice seemed metallic, but at the same time friendly. As the wall that stood in front of the prisoner was slowly raised, a myriad of thoughts emerged from the nothingness that was before. However, there wasn't time to ponder on them, because the mysterious voice now could be seen with its body, and it was surely surprising to see that it didn't have much of one, just an eye and a jet.
Guardian, or should I call you by my name? I am Ghost, your ghost. You were dead for a long time. I brought you back in a time of need. I looked through your biofile. It was mostly corrupted, but I could see the skill you gathered in the time you were active. You are the second guardian who I pulled back. The other one is waiting for you in the facility.
The guardian who was at the beginning marveled by all of this, got bored pretty quickly and started juggling the flying robot while looking at the horizon, seeing all the relics of the world past.
The name's Helo Rich. At least give me some game to play while you are rambling.
Ghost escaped the childish game of the soldier and said,
Look, if you come with me, you can kill some monsters.
At the sound of that, it seems that Helo Rich's attention was finally gathered. The robot led Rich inside an old abandoned factory, though there were times where the attention span of the warrior seemed shorter than the life of a spotted mosquito. He was quickly got back with a promise of weapons and action. The promises became reality when in front of the two there stood dormant a rifle, not the best, but neither the worst, just enough to handle the job. At the touch of it, the soldier got out a chuckle, and his words were,
It's gaming time!
The next steps were much more perilous as there appeared a creature, followed by another, and another. They looked human, but not quite, and surely their business wasn't in good faith. They seemed never ending, but the soldier didn't flinch, look at them straight on, and change his stance into a run.
Helo Rich, hear it and don't forget.
Were the words that echoed in the room as he got in the middle of them and started shooting almost blindly at every side. There could be heard screams and blasts of the rifle, but the horde that was encircling him seemed bigger and bigger. As they approached the fighting soldier, a big line of monsters became atoms as another humanoid figure ran into the circle, and in a flash grabbed the fighter and ran away. The figure put down Rich next to some old heavy machinery. Could be heard the noises of anger from the soldier who became a sack of potatoes for a moment.
Come on! I was just getting fun! Why did you do that?
The shadowy figure towering next to the furious man said with a monotone voice,
Sir, just doing my job. And what is your job?
Rich added with a mixture of anger and curiosity.
Do not get your crazy ass killed after you just got revived.
The man responded seemingly irritated by the question and tone. Oh. There wasn't time to ask any more questions for the insect people started approaching angrier than before.
We need to retreat, soldier.
Rich wanted to contest the idea, but was taken aback for a second by the enigma in the man holding him, just enough to be tugged by the hand.
I surveyed the area a bit before you came and found out there is a nest nearby. We don't want to wake them up, because we don't have any information about them for now.
Says the man in between faces running up the stairs of the building.
They like being near the ground, so we need to find an exit on top.
The two finally reached the top. The green hell encompassing what was then a Russian industrial sector could be seen perfectly. All the buildings in the vicinity were rusty from age and green from Mother Nature's return up to the humans left. The man who was with Rich looked down and, while seeing that there was no way down and the other buildings too far to jump to, made up an idea.
We need to jump.
Jump?
I am the gamer here, and I can see that the fall damage will break our goddamn legs, answered Rich with surprising seriousness. The partner looked down with approval, and while crouching down, he took out something from his side pack. It was the ghost that got them out of the cryosleep. Rich didn't even knew it wasn't with them anymore until now.
Like it's good of you to put me there.
Yeah, I'm terrible. Tell me something new, will ya? Look, we need to get away from here, because we are chased by those black freaks.
Have you tried jumping down?
At that moment, the man took the robot in his hand and held it up to throw it on the ground.
Wait,
Cried the ghost.
if you do that, I'll be gone and there won't be someone to heal you when you get injured. I told you to jump because you have the light and can float in the air.
Just then, the creatures caught up and started swarming them. Rich was determined to fight rather than breaking his legs, but just then he saw a person in the distance, floating from one structure to another. He was elegant in his motions, seemingly not even struggling. There wasn't any time to challenge the assumption that the robot told him. After a moment, he took the man by the arm and without hesitation pulled him and dropped. The building seemed higher than before, and the drop scarier. The man gesticulated a jumping motion, and for a second the air beneath him became solid, propelling him towards the water silo atop another building. Rich tried the same without success again and again. It seemed that whatever the light might be, it didn't reach him. However, when thinking again of that man in the distance, he wasn't jumping, more like floating. As a last-ditch effort, he tried to imagine that there was a gust of wind propelling towards the nearby building. After a second, he wasn't falling anymore. He was gaining height. He was on his way towards the roof when his gust disappeared. He tried summoning it again, but to no avail. Nonetheless, he wasn't falling. Looking up there was that man again, this time hanging by the ledge of the roof with one hand and the other grasping Rich.
I said I'll not get your ass killed after you just got revived.
Pulling him up was more of a pain because both of their bodies ached in fatigue, half because of their prolonged sleep and half because the adrenaline started dispelling. Both of them were now lying on the roof, hopefully safer than before.
If that plan didn't work, I'll have killed you before the fall did,
said the man, half joking.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I maxed out my luck in the character creation. My name is Rich. What's your name, pal?
Don't you ever call me pal. I may have saved you, but I don't trust you yet. You may be an enemy, a spy, or even worse, French.
The man looked at Rich for a moment, contemplating his last statement, and shrugged.
Mr. Chef, that's my name.
So, can I call you Mr. Chef?
I'll break your nose through your mask if you do. If you won't, call me sir, in short.
Chef responded.
Got it, sire.
Chef wanted to protest this calling, but knew it was a lost cause.